Needs a second date update with a guy named David, and we're going to do our best to assist. Hi, Shauna. How are you?
Hi. Thank you for having me today, and I'm hoping that you can help out a little bit or a lot.
We'll try to help a lot, but more importantly, we'll try to do no harm.
Yes, that's our quest in life.
Yes.
With this radio show. Just do our best to do no harm.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, how'd you meet David, and how'd the first date go? We'll go from there.
Sure. So I met David online on one of the apps, and we met for coffee. It was short, and that's fine because it was just coffee, but it was about an hour, and I really liked him, and he seemed interested. You know, he smiled a lot. We were both very flirty, and, you know, I got, like, the serious chemistry vibes.
Nice.
That's good.
Yeah. And if I pick up on that, and I think a lot of women can agree that if I pick up on that chemistry and that interest, I'm usually right. So I told him that we should go get drinks, and I gave him 3 different days, 3 different times that I was available to be able to do that. And he put them in his phone. He put them in a notes app. He had some things that he had to move around for work or something, but he definitely said that one of those times was going to work, that he was going to get back to me, and then poof, I never heard from him, and I've been so bummed. So I'm just hoping you can help me figure this out.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like a lot of effort to go through when you fully intend on blowing someone off.
Right.
You know, it's been a million years since I was single and dating. I didn't really go on that many blind dates, but you can tell within the first few minutes if there's just no chemistry, you're not going to try to
You married a
resuscitate
blind
this thing.
date.
Yeah, that one went pretty good until we got divorced.
Everything was fine until, you know.
Well, things change.
Right.
And maybe something changed for him. Like he met someone and she is completely consuming
him
all of his
away,
time.
yeah.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, just dating right now is just the Wild West, so who knows? Who knows anything?
Yeah, no joke. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll call him up and see what he thought of Shauna and his coffee date with her, and if there's any chance of them ever getting those drinks. His second date update continues next. David on one of the dating apps, and they got together for a short coffee meetup that lasted about an hour. But in that hour, there was some flirting, and it felt like she connected with this guy, and they talked about maybe getting drinks at a later date, and she gave him 3 possible dates to meet up. And he even took the time to put those dates in his phone while he moved some stuff around. And I don't know, maybe he just couldn't make it happen and he just never got back to you. And he's simply a busy guy, but it does seem like an awful lot of trouble to go through to just blow someone off.
An awful lot of trouble. So much trouble.
I'm going to spend an hour with you pretending that I'm interested in you, agree to meet up with you again,
Put
potential dates in my phone.
That's what it is. That's the part that really felt like work to you, wasn't it? Putting the dates in the dates.
Well, I made the point a little bit ago. You know within the first 10 minutes if it's not going to work out. So.
Yeah.
Okay, let's call David and see what's up.
Hello?
Hi, David.
Yeah, who's this?
Hey, Mr. Busy Man. It's Jeff and Jenn at Q102. How are you?
I knew I shouldn't have picked up.
We get that a lot.
We do.
The old, I knew I should have picked up.
Phil, how's it going?
Oh, it's, what did Shauna say? She said, life is tough in the world of dating.
Yeah, it is.
So Shauna's the one who called you.
It was Shauna. Yeah. I mean, I figure, look, if you're single, you're probably dating around, and that's fine. But I don't know. An hour seems like a long time to hang out with someone and then take the trouble of putting dates in your phone just to blow them off.
I mean, look, she was hot. There was no doubt about that, which sometimes is a red flag right out of the gate. She's hot and she knows it. And, I'm all for confidence, but I don't think she should be out there dating right now. That's how I felt.
You don't think she should be out there dating? Why not?
Well, because while we were talking, she tells me that she's in the process of auditioning for The Bachelor. And I'm just not interested in anyone who wants to be on that show.
Oh. She's going to be one of the women.
Yeah, she tells me she's trying out. Like, we're talking, it's a good conversation. Again, she's hot. I'm enjoying myself. But then she goes down this path of, I'm trying out for The Bachelor, and I'm really excited, and I hope I get on the show. And I'm thinking to myself, everybody on that show is a train wreck. Like, no.
Yeah, but I guess my question would be, are you hoping to actually like get a romance out of this, like end up getting married? I mean, isn't that the goal of The Bachelor, or are you just trying to get on and make a name for yourself?
I don't know. I mean, my thought is, why would you be looking to get into a relationship when you're trying to get on a show where you're supposed to be fighting with a bunch of women to try to find your husband? And I don't get any of that. I don't like that show, and I didn't want any.
Did you tell her that?
No.
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 Did you ask her any questions about that? Because, I mean, that has come up on, gosh, I don't know how many seasons of The Bachelor. I can't keep track. But where either the main bachelor or bachelorette or somebody that's vying for their affections has a boyfriend or girlfriend back home.
Yeah.
And it comes out. And it's like,
and sometimes they show up.
I know, the one they show up knocking on the door going, hello.
Yeah, well, I don't want to be on the show. So, no, not for me.
All right, let's bring Shauna into the conversation. Shauna, are you still with us?
I am, and I want to make it clear that I only said that I was auditioning, not that I was going to be on the show.
So was this something that was in motion prior to meeting David? Like you're looking for love and you thought that would be a fun way to do it, or what? How did that all come about?
Yeah, well, I love the show. I watch it with my girlfriends, and they thought, and I thought that it would be a great way to mix things up. And I did tell him that if I get picked, I would turn it down if I had met someone. So it's not like this is something that's set in stone. I think it's a great opportunity. Being on that show has given other people careers and given them other opportunities, and I'm trying to expand my horizons and network right now.
What kind of career are we talking about here? OnlyFans?
Oh, my.
You really don't like the show, do you?
No.
That is like
Look,
so
I'm sorry. She's a sweet girl. I wish her all the best. I don't want to have somebody calling me and me be that sad sack who's on the show, on The Bachelor, finding out that my girlfriend is dating some other guy and competing with a bunch of other crazy women.
Now, what if she doesn't get on the show? What if they don't even find she's gotten to the point where they've seen her headshot, they read a little bit of her resume, and they think that she might be a good fit, and they're just talking to her. But what if they end up, they decide she's not a good fit, and they don't ask her to be on the show? What about then? Would you be okay with dating her then?
I just can't see anybody who would be willing to go on that show, no offense, to not be just like a little bit crazy.
Well,
right.
I tell you what, between all the alcohol I've heard they ply you with and the sleep deprivation and
they withhold food,
psychological mind games that the producers play and the way they steer the contestants.
Yes.
Doesn't any of that concern you, Shauna?
I think I have a good head on my shoulders, and I understand television production a little bit, so I don't think that I necessarily have anything to worry about. But also, again, there's like 8 or 9 auditions you have to go through, so who knows if I'll even make it past like round 1 or 2.
Right.
What's interesting, too, is they put them through all kinds of psychological testing, which is interesting.
Yeah, you may not be crazy enough, Shauna.
You might.
You sound so stable and normal.
I wonder what those reports are like, though. I mean, are they, because there's always at least one person there that just isn't quite, that has some unresolved emotional issues that play out in very uncomfortable and ugly ways.
Yeah.
And that those things have to come up in these psychological reviews. So when they go through this, it makes me wonder if the shrinks that are performing the interviews go back to the producers and say, okay, here is your trigger point. This is what you need to say to bring out this in her.
Totally.
This is what you need to, this is the situation you need to have set up to send her over the edge and get the shot you want to get.
They're looking for your weakness, for your vulnerability, for your Achilles heel, and then they're going to
manipulate you.
Yep.
Gaslight Central.
That's true. All right. Well, obviously, there's no second date here.
No.
And Shauna, we wish you luck. I mean,
Yeah, if it's what you want, girl,
absolutely.
and you think you can
Thank
handle
you.
it, we'll keep it. Let us know. Let us know if you get on the show because then we might go back to watching it for your season.
That's right.
Sounds good.
All right. That's a plan. David, thank you for coming on
Thanks,
Second
David.
Date Update and being real with us.
Yeah, you're welcome. I mean, hey, Shauna, if you fail all of the psychological tests and they say you're totally normal, then give me a call.
Oh, jeez.
That's funny. Oh, my goodness. All right.
Yeah. What do you think?
I think we've had a really busy morning, and I can barely squeeze in my breakfast.
It's like Jeff's got a mouthful of what are we having? Sausage, egg, and cheese breakfast wrap for Duncan.
Yep.
It's good stuff. Yeah, was it good today?
It was excellent.
Did you do white cheddar or American?
I went with a white cheddar.
I like the white cheddar, but it's a little greasier. I'm wearing some of it on my favorite hoodie right now.
I know.
And I've been trying to clean it up, and I don't know if I saved myself or not.
No, it's the grease is all over the cue cards and everything.
Yes.
You got to get seriously go out and put the power wash on there.
I put the soap on it.
Like
I don't
if you
know.
turn this in as homework, you'd get marked down because it's a mess.
Probably because it's messy.
There was always that one kid who would show up to class the next day and turn in his homework, and it would look like this.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell? Did you have like a Italian sub?
Yep.
At least the kid turned in
While
the
you did your homework?
Jeff.
Yeah.
That's something.
I don't think they mark you off for grease, do they?
I don't know.
I
They
hope
mark you
not.
off for all kinds of things.
Well, I'm going to fess up. I was that kid, actually.
Were you?
And yes, they do.
They do mark you
They
off?
did.